Yeah, no, we're very pleased to be here. It's obviously a hub of rugby as well in terms of American rugby. Um, we were happy with our performance, even though that we didn't get the winning performance on the weekend. We spent a lot of time in the last 2 weeks of establishing our team identity, and I guess it's just it's great to come here and have another week where we can progress and grow as a team. So we've got one performance under our belt as this group. You don't sort of just become a team just overnight through 80 minutes. So this is a really important fixture for us.
Yeah, any opportunity to throw in a USA jersey is something really special. And to do that in front of people you care about most, your family, your friends, it makes it a truly special experience because it's not something you get to do very often. So to have the kind of support, knowing your aunts, your uncles, your mom, your dad, your sister, and people who you grew up with are there with you, it makes it an amazing opportunity.
Yeah, no, I mean there's a big rivalry just with countries and being leading countries in the world. So you'll get more of that from the fans and more than the rugby. And from us, we just need to worry about ourselves and stick to what we need to do for to get a positive outcome. So we'll leave that to the fans, and if that sells more tickets, then it sells more tickets. But we're sticking to what we want to do and worried about ourselves more.
I think last weekend's performance against the 12th team in the world gives you a clear indication that we can authentically compete with Tier 1 nations in the world. I guess the thing we have difficulty with is that we're judged as a Tier 2 nation, which is often spoken about, but it's certainly not the way that we prepare as a team. So we're very early in our evolution in terms of this cycle, but I'd like to think that as we progress that we'll more than can compete against Tier 1 nations. Once we actually deserve or earn the right and become deserving in beating Tier 1, then maybe the audience, some of the more dormant part of the audiences that exist in America with rugby will take notice. So we've really got to earn people's respect in that area, and I think we're heading in the right direction, but it will take us to beat Tier 1 nations in the future to, I guess, make a few people or turn their heads. So I guess we're kind of 17th in the world, I think, at the moment. Realistically for us, it's 12, 10, 9th in the world, I think, are realistic rankings for us. But we also need a fixture list as well to be able to deliver that. But certainly World Cup year is a year where you can jump huge amount of points in the rankings, as have Japan and World Rugby, and that's all come from their performances in the Rugby World Cup.
It's a fast-growing team sport in the United States at a youth level, and I think it's something to keep in mind and really exciting for us as national team members and to be representatives of this sort of movement that we see taking place. And kind of Todd spoke about the exposure aspect and giving kids the opportunity to see the game for what it is, which is how we feel the greatest game there is and the greatest sport there is in the world. But America is a very competitive sporting landscape. There's a lot of things fighting for people's time and on the TV and participation. So part of our challenges and one of the things that we want to do as a team is to expose the game the right way and play it the right way so we can inspire and engage our youth fans and inspire this movement taking place to once we get to 10th, 9th in the world, that we have a whole group of young fellas who have just been watching us compete and watching what we've been doing on a global scale and wanting to be a part of that.
Yeah, I mean, it was never really like on my goals to surpass a number or anything, but it gives me some time to reflect on the past and all the years that I've have the opportunity to play for the team. But I mean, going into this this game, it's not going to be anything really different for myself. It's about the team and the new era that we have and what we're establishing. So it's just great to be part of it, and you know, I'm just trying to get better like the rest of the guys, and make sure the team is you know, having that opportunity to perform on the field. So I just want to you know, give it my all and have a good time doing it. And you know, whenever the boots are hung up, then I'll be able to reflect a little bit more and enjoy those times.
I think we touched on it earlier, which is this is another week together, another week to build our program, continue to build our systems and our infrastructure and our identity as a team. So this becomes a really important marker for us on our path to get to 2019. Mitch spoke about it when we first assembled. We're only a couple assemblies away from a World Cup qualifier, and then a couple of assemblies after that, we're into a World Cup. So every time, every moment we have together is precious, and we have to take every opportunity we can to get better, improve ourselves, analyze, learn, continue to grow the environment, and hopefully at the end of the day, we put performance on performance on performance, and we're improving all our little areas and strengthening the pillars and our foundation of who we are, and that should translate to hopefully some success along the way.
Every performance counts, and this one is very important. You know, winning performance is what we're all about. So this is no different to last week. I guess the critical thing for us is to deliver an even better performance. You know, the outcome will take care of itself. It's just a matter of actually improving on last week. You know, to give you an idea, when teams are evolving and looking to become coherent, often the early stages of a team is that they're very very conscious of detail and structure. I'd like to think in this performance that we actually the detail is probably a little bit more unconscious, so people can just go out there and express themselves within the framework.